Experts are urging ASEAN nations to deepen trade ties with Canada. They say middle powers must act decisively as US-China rivalry intensifies. Jeff Nankivel, President and CEO of the Asia-Pacific Foundation of Canada, calls this a crucial moment for non-superpowers to strengthen cooperation.
And this is something where we find we have a substantial set of shared values around the importance of a rules-based international trading order. And so I think in practical terms, where there's the greatest need but happily there's also great potential, is we have, for example, the Trans-Pacific Partnership (CPTPP) agreement. 4 of the ASEAN members, including Malaysia, are members. Canada is a founding member, and this is probably the highest quality, large-scale trade agreement in recent years that's available. And so we now have the beginning of talks between the CPTPP and the European Union. Mm-hmm. And I think with the UK having left the European Union, but now has become a member of CPTPP, the first one that is truly outside the region, and Canada's a Pacific country. That, I think, shows you the importance and the potential for the Europeans, the players in Southeast Asia, and countries like Canada, mm-hmm. to work together to build an international trading system that can deliver real benefits, regardless of whether other powers, like, for example, the US, decide not to participate.
On September 24, Canada signed its first bilateral trade agreement with an ASEAN member, securing a deal with Indonesia. Canadian Foreign Minister Anita Anand confirmed Ottawa's intention to pursue a broader multilateral trade deal with ASEAN to expand market access. Meanwhile, Barrett Bingley, Regional Director at the Asia-Pacific Foundation of Canada, said ASEAN and Canada should prioritize smaller, targeted initiatives. He argued these mini-lateral efforts are more practical than ambitious WTO reforms or attempts to revive the long-stalled free trade area of the Asia-Pacific.
This is where I think the ideas around mini-laterals and ideas around trade policy around like coalitions of the willing are going to become so important, and ASEAN and Canada are natural partners on this. Rather than trying to fix the entire WTO, or create the idea of the FTAP, which was popular some years ago in APEC, you have to find areas where ASEAN and Canada want to work together, whether that's digital trade or e-commerce or green transition regulations and aspirations. Create working groups, create a path to success, measure that, and make sure that implementation is done. We've certainly been hearing today during the conference that implementation of agreements, usage of agreements can be just as important as getting them signed. Right? So first create the structures, but then make sure that you use them and you measure the success.